good morning. So yesterday was pretty cool, right? Did you get a sense coming out of yesterday's announcements and everything Wayne shared, we shared together when Mike got up on stage, that this is a company looking after your future? A company that's maybe a company from the future? Like I think of like Conan O'Brien. Remember he did that thing? In the year 2000, there will be a company named WorldVentures. That's kind of what it felt like to me yesterday. If you were there, you got that. So this is our 10-year anniversary. Wow. 10 years. And 10 years. Decade 1, never done. Decade 2, so much to do. And that starts now, doesn't it? So I have more content to share with you right now in the next, 20 minutes or so than I can possibly share, so you guys might as well just get rid of that timer. Let's see. So let's start with a quick recap of some of the stuff we shared yesterday. How's that? FastPass 150. Wow. I mean, isn't it clear what you need to be doing right now? You need to be focusing on showing this to as many prospective customers as possible, right? You want to get your 4 customers who are not going to be reps, because it means you get a lot of bonus lineage and binary credit towards qualification of rank. 1.5 times the credit, in fact. This is the way it works. It's very simple. 150% credit and lineage and binary towards customer counts that help qualify you for rank. What that means is if you get 1 point in credit towards qualification of a rank for a product like the basic product, you would get 1.5. For platinum, because you get 2 credits, you get 3, because that's 150%. Make sense? That's it. So the qualifications to take care of this, or rather to access this bonus, are very simple. You need 4 customers that are not reps. Is that hard? 4 customers that are not reps, and you have access to this bonus. So let's see how that applies to some of the ranks. So let's look at the top, and let's look at the entry-level residual rank. Senior rep. That means you could qualify for senior rep with as few as 1010. If they were platinum customers, and 4 of them were yours, you're a senior rep. Or how about this, IMD with 1,000 total customers? That is possible in this plan. It makes a big difference. So a huge promotion we're pretty excited about. Obviously, the income requirements are applicable. The program starts the last day of the month and ends in 6 months. So some of the questions that came up yesterday after we made the announcement, I want to clarify. B2B, does it count towards this? Or are you able to count them 150% for each? No, you're not. What if I add an RBS to somebody who's an existing customer, or after they sign up to be a customer, they're so excited about the business opportunity they want to become a rep, like me? What if they cancel their RBS and they're already both today? How does that affect this? Well, that's pretty straightforward too. If you add the RBS, you only get 100%. So if they're a customer today and they add an RBS to their customer membership, you then, instead of getting 150% credit, you would only get 100% credit. Easy? Cancel the RBS, it's the reverse. So if somebody right now is a rep and a customer and they decide they don't want to participate in the business opportunity anymore, you have 150% more reason now to share with them the benefit of the product and keeping the baby even if they throw the bathwater out. Cool? All right. So a handful of things we talked about yesterday tie back to some of the stuff we've been talking about over the past year and a half. We've opened 5 regional offices around the world. We've spent over $80 million in technology to enhance what you do with your business today, not to mention the hundreds of millions we've spent on product, on staffing, on support. We've lowered product prices last year at The View across the spectrum of our products. We added Deductor for free. We didn't add any additional cost to the membership for that, for your RBS. We've built rep tools into the app, and we've expanded the compensation plan 4 times in the past 2.5 years. So I'm telling you all of that because I want to present to you what we're doing to build value in the membership, value in the opportunity, making it easier for you to build your business every day. Because we are going to be doing something this weekend, telling you something that might look like bad news, but it's actually not. It doesn't affect anyone in this room. Everyone in this room is grandfathered for the new price that we're going to be paying for RBS for new customers, which goes up $4 per month to help us develop the tools, the processes, and the support you will need globally, the multiple languages, the round-the-clock 24/7, 365-day service that you're going to require globally to build your business. By the way, the quad folds and the other tools that we're producing and sharing this weekend that are for sale at any of the 3 stations we have around the building to buy tools all have this updated information. So if you don't have your quad folds and you're using them now, you best go get them before they run out at the next break. Got it? Okay, this starts February 1st, as I said, and now I want to talk to you a little bit about how we have gotten to where we are, how the business has grown, and I'm going to move pretty quickly through this with you. So we've had 5 now straight record-setting years in a row. Month after month, dozens and dozens and dozens of months in a row led to now the 5th complete straight record-setting year. And we expect 2016 to be no different. In fact, if you look at our record over the past 3 years, 2014 was a banner year for us. It put us at the 300-ish million mark, 600+ million for 2015 once we audit the books. This year, we're looking at something well north of that. We have our eyes on that elusive billion-dollar mark. Will we get there? We think so too. It's in sight, within grasp. It's going to be an incredible year, and as we're attracting more and more customers and giving you more incentives and our customers more incentives to grow your business, we think this is easily achievable. So, in fact, we expect to add 1 million new membership customers this year. Think about that. That's a city. That's a big city. Planet WorldVentures, here we come. And that pans out to be possibly tens of millions in your community. Free community members, once we open the app up to the rest of the free world and invite them to share in our experiences. Look at what we do. Maybe hundreds of millions, but those are our goals. That's the size of the vision that we have for what we're building for you today. In 2014, we launched 2,000 Dreamtrips. In 2013. In 2014, we did 5,000. This year, we're looking at roughly 11,000 plus new Dreamtrips. So this is just going to continue to scale. It's going to continue to grow. I just showed you the projections for the next year. You know that it's not going to stop there. We have to continue to contend for what is to come. So we are producing thousands of welcome trips so that more of you can get on an experience, more of your customers can take an experience that is second to none right away. Enjoy their product right away. And again, we're talking about taking Dreamtrips, this concept, and scaling it globally. Millions of customers. So how do you do that? You know, how do you take this perfect, crispy on the outside, warm and mushy on the inside donut with sprinkles and whipped cream and a cherry and all of that with a massage and a smile and a, hey, how you doing? Here's your sign, and, you know, makes you feel all warm and loved. And we take that to millions of people, right? How do you do that? Well, I'll tell you, in the last year, like I said, they put 5,000 of those things on your Dreamtrip site. We went from a capacity of somewhere in the dozens per week to now 1,000 Dreamtrips plus on the website live today. And yet J.D. Power says that we're continuing to maintain and even improve the experience. That's mind-blowing. Companies don't do that. They don't scale 4 and 5x their product without diluting quality. This team has done it. You guys are ninjas. God bless you. Thank you. The next time you see Klaus Schoenwald, the next time you see your CTO, Mike Remedios, the next time you see your CMO, Janice, say hi and say thank you. Tell them that they're doing an incredible job. Tell them how grateful you are for the work they're putting into this thing. They care, they bleed blue just like you. Nice. So the proof is in the pudding. 90+% of these trips are being booked with points today. It's working, and it's working really well. And it's just going to get better from here. Everything we're doing is tying all of this back to a center. The nexus of WorldVentures, our ecosystem. This is the digital frontier that we envision, the one that Wayne has been talking about and will talk about even more today. And I want to share with you a bit more of the specifics that we've shared this weekend and how that's all going to work together as one seamless experience. So the card that we shared yesterday, this is not just a fancy device that's supposed to create wow factor. This is simplification. It's convenience. It's ultra secure. You sync it to your app. You can track your points. It's waterproof. It's accepted virtually anywhere. If they've got a credit card reader, you can use this. You can tie it to your room keys, loyalty cards, any membership card, in fact, that uses a mag stripe. Virtually any kind of card you can tie it to. That's convenient, right? But aside from the convenience is also the fact that what you're really talking about is carrying all of that data in the card too that's yours and ultra secure. Can only be accessed by you and your voice and your PIN code if it's tied to that as well. And it all ties back to the app, so they work together. It's not one or the other, it's both. Seamless. The idea here is that we create something that allows you to experience more around the world safely, securely, and with convenience, and that it's personalized. So if you walk into your favorite restaurant, the Bluetooth can tell them who you are, what you like to eat, what sort of table you prefer, if you have any allergies. I mean, it can get that personal. We're looking at all of this as the future. Is it all going to come right away? No, of course not. We'll build it one step at a time. But we are building something that's never been built before. We are redefining what it feels like to be a part of this kind of ecosystem. It's really pretty simple. If you can dream it, eat it, explore, share it, you'll earn. And you just repeat that over and over and over again. Our ecosystem is very simply defined as it's the people, it's you, it's our customers, the citizens that come into our community for free later on, the products, the experiences, the tools, the platform, the community as a whole and their sub-communities, even if they create little cliques that like certain things but don't like other things. Everything that they're doing and their connections to one another, when they shop, when they dine, anywhere they go, seamless, connected, safe, convenient, personalized. We want them to want it, to need it. We want them not to want to leave home without it. That's the idea. That we create something so compelling and so valuable to them, even without a business opportunity, they want to have this in their pocket everywhere they go. They want to have the membership at their disposal everywhere they go. So today, reps and members, tomorrow, citizens of our community. We call them citizens internally. We might use that word because they are citizens of our community, right? They're part of WorldVentures citizenry. But it's a massive universe of people that we're talking about. And these are some of the things that they'll be doing. They'll be taking Dreamtrips. They'll be dining. They'll be going on excursions or visiting clubs and museums locally. They'll be sharing their experiences through pictures and videos. They'll be swiping their card at all of these places, and every one of those transactions will be tracking. We'll know where they're shopping. We can go back to the vendors and share what they bought, how much time they spent. They'll be networking with their friends and family. They'll be adding content that's compelling to others who want to be there as well. They'll be earning points all along the way. Inside that ecosystem, I should have put the Dreamtrips points logo because it's all tied back to that. The idea is that it's all interwoven. If you think about the ecosystem that, say, Apple has created, right? You've got your phone, your iPhone, you've got iTunes, you have your Mac, or you have your iPad. They all work together, right? They all sync with one another. Content here can be found here and here and here and here. They try to tie it all back together. It all uses a very similar interface. Our interface is the community and the currency that we've created to stick it all together. And it will draw people in by the tens of millions. We just want to keep them here because they want to be here. Create value, a compelling offering. When they refer, they'll earn points. When they dine, they can earn points. And we're going to show you in the future how, as you contribute, you can earn points as well. And all of those will just sit up in your little points cloud for use whenever you want them. And we'd predicted at the launch of this to a public world, we'd have about 100,000. Well, we're well north of 200,000 now, so we've crushed that. We said that in 3 generations, if all of you guys just showed 2 people, well, that'd be about 1.5 million. And after 12 generations, well, that's over 100 million. What does that mean? That means that that has repeated itself 12 times. Somebody's shown it twice, that person has shown it twice, and so on and so on and so on. 12 generations. That happens like that in the viral world. If we succeed, we really will be talking to an audience of hundreds of millions who know who you are, know your brand, know our products, love our culture, want to be a part of this community. And we will succeed. Yes, we do. And, you know, it might seem a little bit scary. It might feel to you like, well, wait a second. WorldVentures is talking about how they're bigger than just a direct sales company. Like, they're doing more than just offering an opportunity and a product that's compelling and unique that can only be bought here. I mean, are they going to go around that? Or am I going to get cut out as a rep? No, you're not. Because we're preserving the viral hook. We're going to make sure that this is always in place. No matter how far removed anybody in the ecosystem is from you, every relationship is tracked because it's invitation only. If you invite someone who invites 1,000 people, and each of them invite 1,000 people or 2 people, and one of them, 1,000 people removed, becomes a rep and there's not another rep between you, becomes a customer and there's not another customer between you, guess what? We track that relationship all the way back to you and you get paid. We are preserving the business as you know it today. We're just going to expand the net, guys. We're going to cast it globally and get them all. So quickly, let's talk about some of the new features. Dreamtrips Local. We talked a little bit about this. This went live in the app version that just was released this week. If you haven't downloaded it, go to the App Store, go to Google Play, and download it because it's hot, hot, hot. If you notice, if you look in the offer section when you go to Discover, the left tab, some of the restaurants in the 5 markets that we actually have the pilot running, like Dallas, Chicago, Singapore, London, Dublin, have this little icon. You recognize that, right? So here's how that works. When you click on that restaurant, you can check in and earn. We even have a little points calculator right there. If you click on that points calculator, it's going to show you how many points you would earn for whatever you intend to spend or what you think you might spend. And here's how that process works. It's very simple. Step 1, you check in. Step 2, click the points calculator if you want to. You don't have to. And if you do, it's going to come up. You enter the amount, and then it tells you how many points you'd earn. You'll be dining your way to a dream trip in no time. So as you walk through it, it's pretty streamlined, pretty simple, very intuitive. You'll see it when you dig in there. I'll let you guys play around with it. We also added facial tagging. We haven't actually talked about this. So check this out. Now, when you go to any of the pictures that are in your photo albums, your trip images, you can click on the edit button and you'll see a new little blue tag icon at the top right. That little tag icon you click on, and then you just tap a face and start typing a name. And it will autofill all the names that are in our database already, but you can manually fill out any name you want. So if it was Mickey Mouse you were with, and Mickey Mouse isn't in our database, don't worry, you can add Mickey Mouse. So the cool thing about this is that we're building that database of tags so that we can search it later on, make it more convenient for you to find the things you want and the people you want within your community later. So you can now tag people, names and faces, plus places. Got it? And of course, all the notifications are updated, so those tags come up on your lock screen right now. We also showed you Dreamtrips 360 3D video yesterday, didn't we? So this 3D 360 video that's built into it is virtual reality. It's meant to be fully immersive. Now, at first glance, it may seem like, okay, that's really cool. So how am I going to use that? Well, I can tell you how I would use it, like Wayne described yesterday. If you don't think you're going to get some attention with that thing on your face in a coffee shop, you're wrong. You're going to get some attention. So as a prospecting tool, it's pretty darn cool. But the experience that it creates is one that's supposed to tempt people to want to taste that experience. We want them to go from virtual to reality. Right? Experience it here. By the way, it's not just the video. We're mastering the audio too, so that's also tracking your position. So if you put headphones on and you're looking at the Great Wall of China, and there's chatter here, and there's wind here, and there are birds, and you hear everything, it's fully immersive. That's pretty crazy. When you put the headphones on and you're looking at the video at the same time, you can very easily lose your balance. So this is a technology we're helping to pioneer as well, and as it develops, you'll find it more and more compelling and more wow factor for you to present to your prospects. This is the timeline. Last fall, we introduced Social 2.0. We introduced the Dining Network in December with all the curated restaurants, and now we're building that network of member-only benefiting restaurants, those special locations that only you know, that you share with us. This week, we also introduced to our MDs and above a way in which they're going to help us extend our reach into the top 29 markets over the next 90 days to inundate our team with hot leads to create those restaurant experiences all around the world for you. We showed you this weekend how you're going to dine your way to a dream trip. Messaging is coming out very soon. We're very close to sharing this with you. This is a way that you'll be able to communicate with your friends, your teams within the app, a way that you'll be able to instant message using Wi-Fi, using telephone, using the app. Very cool on vacation, very cool around town as well. You'll also be able to group all of those contacts that you want to talk to on a regular basis and chat them up through the app. Makes it all in one, a great prospecting and communication and vacation device. And of course, the card. So we're looking at sometime around Q3, sometime after the summer is what I would say. Stay tuned, we'll give you more on that. Like I said, we spent over $80 million in technology in the last year and a half. We're very serious about building a platform for the future, something that no one has ever seen before, something unlike anyone has ever built before. We're looking far beyond the horizon. Your visionary officer, chief visionary officer and founder, Wayne Nugent, never stops dreaming. He never stops giggling either, but he never stops dreaming. It requires the best talent, so we're hiring them. You've met many of them on stage. You met another new add to the team, Mr. Wayne Holbrook, yesterday. New partnerships. The Next ID partnership is an example of that. We have more in the works that are going to blow your minds. And of course, the same disruptive strategy we've been telling you about over the past 2 years. It all adds up to something that's really comprehensive in its view. We have to build a product that's complemented by the platform that it supports, or that supports it, the community that engages in the product, the partnerships that will support us outside of our community and within our community, and the drivers, the incentives, the points, the compensation plan, all to drive adoption, to attract people to our ecosystem. And you have first mover advantage. In January 2016, you heard all of this before anybody else on the planet heard it. What are you going to do with that information? How will you use the next 2 weeks? How will you use the next year to exercise that first mover advantage? My buddy Byron Schrog is going to come up in a minute and translate everything I've said and probably give you some marching orders. We are redefining, not just disrupting. We are creating a new animal, a new creature, a new amalgam of industries, something unlike people have seen before. We said this last time that we're a unicorn, if you use the term that's used in Silicon Valley. But the truth is, we're really not a unicorn. We're really more like a dragon. And we're hungry. 500-foot wingspan, flying Mach 10, fire-breathing, industry-gobbling monster, the likes of which they have never seen before. And when we land, we are going to shake the planet. Let's go shake the earth.